What is going on YouTube? It's your boy Rich Nice back once again. Today we got a quick video. We're going to do an unboxing, quick install. So what we have here is the Skar RP 2000.1D. It's a monoblock amplifier. We're going to use it to power our two DDX10 dual 4-ohm voice coil subs, which will put them at 1 ohm. So this should be a good match for them. So without further ado, I'll get you set up and we'll unbox this thing. All right, got a trusty blade. Here we go. Do not mount amp to subwoofer enclosure. Hint, hint. So now we got a box inside of a box inside of another box. So in here you have your bass knob. I don't see a clipping light on it, which we're not going to use this because we have a bass knob already installed. It's the PAC LC1, so we won't need that. And then the amp itself. You also have your instructions. How to hook everything up, what everything is for. All that good stuff. You also have your Allen keys for your terminals. And you have your 3mm cable for your bass knob, which we're not going to use. So move that out the way. The amp itself, it's 2000 watts RMS. Not too bad. On this end, you have your Tiffany terminals, your bass remote, your power, your protect. You have your EQ boost, your gain, your low pass filter, and your subsonic filter. So that's what's on this side. And then on the other side, you have your 1-aught inputs for your ground, remote, power, and then 8-gauge speaker terminals. Overall, amp looks pretty good. So it's not too bad. Let's get the tape measure out and measure it. All right, if we measure it from the mounting feet, it is 18 3/4 inches long. It is 2.5 inches tall. You can see that? 2.5 inches tall. And it is 6 1/4 inches wide. So small footprint for something that's going to put out a lot of power. So without further ado, let's get installed. So I bought these ferrules to hook them to the wires so you don't have the frayed wires just sticking out when you stick them in to crimp them down with the... Alright, so I bought these ferrules and basically instead of just sticking bare wire in your amp, you put these on, crimp them down, and that will give you a solid mounting point for your wires when you stick them in your amps. I've already done the remote wire, which you can see. So when you stick it in there, the silver piece will be what the actual amp bites down on to give you a solid connection. I've stuck one on the ground. So, and basically what happens is you stick the ferrule inside this little hole, then you crimp it down, and it crimps around the ferrule and makes a solid connection, so you don't have to worry about soldering it or anything like that. So I need to adjust this out and make it bigger. As soon as I do that, I'll be back. As you can see, we got it crimped on there. It just slides right in just like that. Just like that. Just like that. Solid connection. Don't have to worry about any wires fraying or anything like that that's gonna stick out and touch something else. So we'll do the same thing for the positive, and we'll be back. Alright YouTube, we got the amp mounted, so I'm going to show you how to set your gains real quick. We're using a Oscilloscope. I bought this on Amazon for like 40 bucks. Get this thing turned on. And basically you stick your prongs into your speaker wires, and we'll go from there. Alright, as you can see, we have our leads and our speaker wires. So we'll come back over here on the other side to set our gains. So you want to make sure that your volume on your radio, whatever type of radio you have, is set to about 3/4. Our radio goes up to 50, so ours is set right at about 38. It's good for me. Our bass knob is turned all the way up, and you want to play a test tone. Today I'm using 40 hertz, but you can set it to whatever your box is tuned for, or whatever the case may be, and go from there. So without further ado, let's go inside. Let's turn the car on.
GPS connected.
All right, so as you can see, our line is straight. So we're going to play our 40 tone test tone. Our gain on our amp is all the way down. Our low pass is at 50 hertz, and our subsonic is right at 40 hertz. So as you can see with it playing, we've already got some waves in our oscilloscope. So as I turn the gain up, you'll see the lines get higher and higher. Here we go. As you can see, they're getting wavier and wavier, and they're going up and up as I turn the gain up. And if you turn it too far, they'll peak out. So that's how you set your gains. Let's make sure that my volume is not all the way where it's supposed to be.
Time to go. It's over.
All right, so now my gains are where they're supposed to be. We're gonna play this tone again. Let's turn the gain down. So my volume is at 38. And that's just the sub from the actual car, not the tens. All right, I'm turning the gain up. As you can see, the lines are going up. And you see where they're squared off? That's clipping. You don't want that. You want to turn it back down to where they're nice and round. So right about there. And just like that, that's how you set your gains. So now our gains are set. As you can see, it's not even halfway up. So we should be good to go. And to set your subsonic, you would do the same thing. You would play whatever frequency that you want. You can use your multimeter, plug it into your speaker wires, turn it up just like we did to 38, and start moving your subsonic to whatever frequency you want. And as soon as it starts moving, that's when you know you're at that frequency and you're set. So hopefully this will help you out. We installed the new RP 2000.1 onto our DDX 10s. Yes, I got a little dent in my dust cover, I know. These 10s are 1,000 watts a piece. They are in the Skar manufactured boxes. So they're prefab by Skar. So they're supposed to hold it, so we shall see. Worst case scenario, if I blow them apart, then we'll just have a custom box made. Until the next one, thank you for hanging out. Again, hope you learned something today real quick. Next time, if you have any comments or questions, let me know below, and we'll see you on the next one. Peace. All right. Our tones have been set, our gains.